What's the Numbers TV?
What's the numbers TV? It's your boy Poe rolling back with my boy Batty Bills, aka Mugga Mac. Batty was good.
What's good, man?
Ain't nothing, man. You know this is all fact, no cap channel. We stand on that. So I've never been the type to go on rumors. You understand what I'm saying? But we got a call from
Confidential source.
yeah, I'm gonna say a reliable confidential
Confidential source.
source. And he told us some things and we was like, you know what? We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait it out. We're gonna let the news come out and see what happens. And then he called back and was like, nah, I'm giving y'all the blessing, put that out there. And I'm telling y'all what happened. This is what happened. So we talking about the Alpo situation once again. I remember I said I wasn't going to touch it and some new details came out. So I'm going to let you, just touch on what he relayed to you about the whole situation.
Well, from a confidential source, somebody that's entrenched, or formerly entrenched, ears to the street, told me that like the Alpo situation, the murder wasn't retaliatory. It didn't come from Harlem or Rich Porter's people. It didn't come from Brooklyn or dealing with Demencio. It didn't come from DC, dealing with everything that happened in DC. You know what I'm saying? That Poe was out there like really shaking a leg, doing like what Sub-Zero was doing, going to pick up bags in Brooklyn, Harlem, other places, other locales. From what I was told, from what my man said, somebody dropped off 100 racks to Poe like either the same day, earlier that day, or the day before. The boy that was thrown out with sample bags.
Yeah, basically.
He was out there really shaking the leg. He had got some bread from his rights or whatever.
They've been talking about, like I said, Sub-Zero has spoke on it and all that. Been talking about how they feel like he was already out there shaking the leg. So, but they was also saying that supposedly that the dude who's supposedly responsible for it might have been arrested already or so, or picked up on some.
It might be allegedly he's in custody supposedly, but they haven't put it out to the people yet. But he's supposed to be in custody, and the whole situation is over some leg. You know what I'm saying? Alpo getting to the bag, he's still stuck at 89, 90. Like Sub-Zero say, he want to fuck everything, and he try to hit the young boy joint or whatever, and him and the young boy got into it, and Poe might have smacked him up, not beat him up, but like smacked him up or embarrassed him. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these young dudes nowadays, they don't give a fuck about what you did in the past, what your reputation is. So I think Poe, like being boisterous, feeling and stuff like thinking it's nothing. He roughed up youngin over the broad or whatever, and youngin came back and let him have it. And they said it came from the Bronx.
And the reason why we put in the whole different pieces of the story that we heard is because we don't want to just put like a piece like we're reaching for straws. We got told this story in totality, so we're putting it out there, the different things that we heard. Now it might come out that it's not true. We won't know until the story comes out, but we got it from a reliable, confidential source.
Yeah.
Told us to put it out. So this is why we're getting
ahead of the story. You know what I'm saying? But like word on the streets, that's why I say speculation. It's speculative. And we ain't really do, but this is the word on the streets.
The word on the street is that allegedly the person that did it is in custody. He's not from Harlem. He's not from Brooklyn. He is from New York, but it wasn't overnight old. It was a new situation. And allegedly on top of that, Poe was allegedly outside shaking a leg. So that's what's out there.
Either Poe was hitting his joint or tried to hit his joint, or him and the dude got into it over a joint. It wasn't over no drugs. It was over some leg. It wasn't retaliatory from his ratting. It wasn't retaliatory from his murders.
Yeah, so Demencio, Rich Porter, none of that. Ain't nothing to do with none of that.
No or DC. Or no DC niggas came up. No Brooklyn niggas came across the bridge. And no Harlem niggas, did none of that.
So, what did they have to say also about Poe being outside shaking a leg when it came to the streets somewhat?
They said Poe was out there. Poe was back at it. Poe was back to being Poe. You know what I'm saying? He was in Harlem. And what else was relayed to me was that some of the people that Poe supposedly didn't tell on, like he could have told on, but like some of the people that were still mingling in the streets that he didn't tell on, you know what I'm saying? those are the people that was really the ones looking out for him, because they like he could have told, like, but he didn't tell on me. So those are the people that was like, they felt like, I don't know if they felt indebted, but those are the ones that looked out for him. And some of them was, you know, some of them might be in the industry, sex, and all that might be in a whole entire different situation than in the past. You know what I'm saying? And some of them still entangled in the streets, but that's how, you know, he got to the level he was at. So I heard he was like, you know, people was dropping off 6-figure bags to Poe.
So that's the summary of what we heard. And if it comes out that is true, you know where you heard it first. What's the Numbers TV? You know what I'm saying? So anything you want to leave the people with, Batty, before we get up out of here on this topic?
Nah, they was like, you know, sometimes, you know, you can't, an old dog don't learn new tricks. You know what I'm saying? And once he got a whiff of the celebrity status that he attained from, you know, all the shit that he done, you know, he still felt that bravado, even though he may not have been outside like murdering, but he still had that bravado, like, you know, he could take your joint, you know what I'm saying? Regardless, like, I'm Alpo, like fuck you, I'm gonna holler at your bitch anyway, you know what I'm saying?
Touch on that real quick. That's a good point before we get up out of here. Is actually a lot of people had such that he was still sub to be one of, he's from his neighbors. They seen Poe all the time. He said sub was on it with the females, so it kind of falls in line with what he was saying. He's saying Poe was back outside. He's saying Poe was messing with everybody, girl. So what it says is it kind of falls in line with what we was hearing originally anyway. Now we also get a lot of things like this, rumors and information early. A lot of the time we never really put it out there, but because, you know, I like to stand on getting the facts. But with this one, this person was kind of like in that era. You understand what I'm saying? From those areas, which is why we're running with it. So we're not running with it, which is why we're putting it out there to the public.
Out there to the people to get ahead of this story, because it's going to eventually come out.
Exactly. So if it comes out, you know where you heard it first. And if it's false, we won't be the first person to get a story a little wrong. But we jumping out the window on this one because it's from a reliable source. And it's a topic that everybody wants to know. And nobody got this information right now. So Poe wrote What's Numbers TV, Batty Bills. We the only ones with it. And you already know, man. So, Batty, anything you want to leave before we get up out of here, man? Once again, coming with some shit that people don't even got up on the internet. We got this YouTube shit in a frenzy right now, man. I'm telling you.
Switch the game up, man. That's what I'm going to tell you, man. Old heads, when you're coming home, man, find something to do. You know what I'm saying? Lead the streets to the young boys, man. Let them touch the fire and get burnt. That's my message to everybody.
Yeah, they say it was a young boy, you know, younger than Poe that supposedly allegedly did all this. So we're gonna see it. If it comes out, like I said, man, just know where you heard it first, man. What's Numbers TV? Your boy Poe wrote Batty Bills. We out here back before you know it. Peace.